In today's video, we are going to be testing out every single race in Blox Fruits, going through a couple of comparisons and actually finding out the main question everybody asks, which is the best race in Blox Fruits? Well, to truly find the answer to this, I have awakened every single race. Yes, indeed. I went through all of this pain just to make this video. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the recent support. We are literally so close to 100,000 subscribers. That's just insane. But yeah, anyways, let's just get right into the video. Alright, starting off with the Rabbit Race. Well, off the bat, whenever you use Rabbit Race, you will have these two little ears and this beautiful little tail. As you can already tell, I am a lot faster than the normal player. This extra speed will help you dodge other players' attacks, giving you an advantage in PvP. Also, it helps you run away from teamers, which is definitely a big problem in Blox Fruits. Also, by pressing T, you can activate your V3 ability. In this case, it's agility. And whenever we press T, as you can see, you are a lot more faster than normal. Every single race has a different V3 ability, and we will talk about that later. Anyways, you also get two different abilities. First, we have the Super Dash. If you hold down your dash button, you will actually do a super big dash known as the Super Dash. This can help you escape big attacks, and it also helps you chase down players if you need to. Second ability is Tornadoes. Whenever you do a dash, you will leave behind a tornado, and this tornado can actually deal damage to your opponents and also stun them. But to use these abilities properly, you definitely need to do a little bit of practice. But hear me out. If you are a beginner, then I would not recommend you to use this race, since the Rabbit Race is a little bit confusing and also difficult to get used to. And lastly, I will rate the Rabbit Race 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the Ghoul Race. Ooh, I know you are excited for this one. If you are using the Ghoul Race, you will have these two little horns and also this red thingy, which is very cool. Similarly to the Rabbit Race, Ghoul also has a V3 ability. Whenever you press T, you will activate the Heightened Senses ability. First of all, you get extra damage, extra speed, and also extra defense. That's already pretty good, right? But it also lets you use your abilities at 40% cooldown. Well, you see this cooldown going down, right? Whenever it gets to 40%, I can use it. Like, look at that. I literally just used it while it was on cooldown. That is just broken. But yeah, let's move on into the abilities and let me show you how OP this race actually is. First, we have Blood Siphon. All this ability does is actually give you extra leech, meaning the more damage you do, the more you heal yourself. And trust me, that is broken. Second ability gives you this domain expansion, like this reddish black thingy, which if somebody gets near this, they will get blinded and also their healing will slow down. And plus, if you actually upgrade this ability, you can also get these crows which attack nearby enemies whenever you dash, which is also pretty cool, but it's not really that useful compared to the leech effect. But anyways, this is definitely a solid race and usually best for people who are using spammable fruits like Yeti, Leopard, Kitsune. If you are using those types of fruits, then I would recommend you to use Ghoul with them. And of course, the rating. We can't forget the rating. I will rate the Ghoul Race 9 out of 10. Next up, we have the Shark Race. Whenever you are using the Shark Race, you will have two little fins and also this big shark tail behind you, which looks pretty decent, not bad and not super good. Additionally, just like all the other races, you get another V3 ability. Whenever you press T, you will activate your Water Body ability. Upon activating this skill, you will take around 70% less damage from literally everything. So for example, you are fighting somebody and he is just about to do a combo on you. Right as he hits you with the first ability, you activate your Water Body, you will literally survive the combo with just a little bit of damage. And now let's move on into abilities. First ability is Leviathan's Armor. This ability adds a blue thingy to your health bar, which acts as armor. So first, if somebody hits you, they will deal damage to the armor and then later on to you. In simpler words, that means extra health. But here's where everything changes. The next ability, Whirlpool, is broken. Whenever you hit somebody, you actually make them a lot more slower and you also make them weaker, so you can deal a lot more damage. And since this was not strong enough, you can actually stack this as well. So if you hit them multiple times, they will become more slower and also take more damage. If you just do a little combo on your enemy, you will literally slow them down so much that they can't escape you anymore. This is one of my favorite abilities, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, overall I would say Shark is definitely a super strong race, and even if you are a beginner, this can be just perfect for you. So I will give this a rating of 9 out of 10. Next, we have the Cyborg Race. Ooh, I know you are excited for this one. First of all, if you are using the Cyborg Race, you will have these little blue wing thingies which make you look super cool. Additionally, upon pressing T, you will activate your Energy Core ability. This will boost your defense by 30%, also creates this little lightning thing which is very strong. First, this lightning effect actually deals a bunch of damage. Secondly, this lightning effect breaks other people's observation haki, so they can't escape your combos. Yeah, that is insane. But it doesn't stop there. Upon awakening, you get 2 different abilities. First is energy control. This gives you little orbs which are very useful for farming. As you can see, whenever I damage one NPC, it also deals damage to the other. This gives you like a chain effect. Secondly, this ability also allows you to do a super jump, which is very good for dodging attacks and just basically making your opponent's life harder. Then there's the second ability, Aftershock. This basically applies an effect on your enemy which does not let them use the observation haki. So for example, you just hit somebody once and they cannot use their observation haki for like a little bit of time, which basically means they cannot dodge your attacks, leading you to win the fight. Like whenever I'm fighting a cyborg user, man, this makes me rage so much. But yeah, anyways, Cyborg is one of the strongest races in the game, and I would say one of the best races for people who like to do combos. And who doesn't like to do combos, am I right? Unless it's one of those spammy builds. I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna be giving Cyborg a rating of 10 out of 10. Next, we have the Human Race. When you are using the Human Race, you will not have any extra ears or these little tails or like, you know, none of that. You will just be a normal Roblox player. But like all the other races, you will get a V3 ability. Upon pressing T, you will activate your Last Resort ability. Simply, this ability relies on your health. The lower your health is, the more damage you do. This can boost your damage almost by 50%, meaning you can literally one-tap your opponent with just a few abilities. Yep, Blox Fruits is a perfectly balanced game. Then we move on into abilities. The first ability is Psycho. This basically lets you teleport 3 different times and makes you temporarily invisible. Second ability is Limit Break. This basically gives you a little rage meter at the bottom of your screen. The higher this number is, the more damage you do. So yeah, I would say Human is definitely a pretty solid race, but hear me out. Human has a lot of counters. When it's compared to other races which have blinding, stunning, and those types of abilities, it gets a little bit put down. So for that reason, I will rate the Human Race 8 out of 10. Next up, we have the Draco Race. When you are using the Draco Race, you will have these little horns and also these beautiful wings as well. And upon pressing T, you will activate your V3 ability, which I can't pronounce for the life of me. But anyways, this ability will buff you and your teammates by 15% extra damage and also 15% extra movement speed, which is definitely pretty solid. And if we talk about ability, first we have Cometic Field. This ability forms a cool aura around you, and whenever you hit somebody with a move or an M1, they will actually receive some explosive orbs which explode and do additional damage. And do not sleep on these orbs, these are broken. Second ability is Thorn Mail. Is by far one of the most strongest abilities in the game. Simply, this ability reflects damage back to your opponent, and this reflected damage can go up to 63%. So for example, if somebody does a one-tap combo on you, they will also lose more than half of their health. So during their combo, they can actually kill themselves. Like, I'm not even kidding, it is that broken. So yeah, Draco Race is not a race to be slept on, it's definitely super strong. So overall, I think I'm going to be rating the Draco Race 10 out of 10. And lastly, now we're on to the Angel Race. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting waiting for this one. When you are using the Angel Race, you will have these beautiful wings. Similarly to all the other races, upon pressing T, you will activate your Heavenly Blood ability. This increases your defense by 15% and most importantly heals you, which is definitely very useful. Let's move on into the abilities. First, we have Prince of the Skies. Well, this is very simple. If you hold down your jump button, you will actually go into flight mode. You can fly around the map with a pretty decent speed, not too fast and not too slow. But by far, I would say this is one of the most useless abilities. Second ability is King's Rule. This ability adds an aura around the user which slows down your enemy, damages them, also drains their energy, blinds them, and also stun them. Like, what? Like, Blox developers just put every single debuff into this aura. Like, what the hell, man? This second ability carries the Angel Race by a mile. But if you are using the Angel Race, you have to be careful with a couple of things. Angel can get countered very easily. This race is only good if you stay close to your enemy. If your enemy knows this and they are sky camping or just keeping a pretty decent distance between you and them, you can't really use your race to its full potential. Yet if they are a Draco or a Cyborg or a Shark, they will still be using their full potential. But don't forget, if somebody is trying to combo you and they come too close to you, they will get stunned right in that place. They will take damage, they will get blinded. Like, all the debuffs in the world will happen to them and you can literally just do a combo on them and kill them right then and there. So this race is definitely broken and has its pros and cons, but overall I think I will rate this 9 out of 10. So yeah, that basically wraps up the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys actually enjoyed this video or found this helpful, please make sure to hit that subscribe button because we are so close to 100k subs. That would be insane, man. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.